Alrighty, guys, here it is. The time has come. It is time for us to explore the outer reaches of our solar system. So, what do we got going? Well, I just finished researching the where is it? The explosives. The 12th level, or the 12th level of stronger explosives. Now we could do the 13th level with 64 chaos science to do it. We're not really set up for it, but I did research the 12th level for the rockets that we have on the ship. We have a bit of an issue on Aquilo. I have kind of ignored Aquilo, and we've let it go cold down here at the outposts. So that is a problem. However, someone recently suggested to me a way of fixing that issue that I did not consider when I was setting it up. And Massive Dynamic commented that I should put in burner inserters. Well, I didn't at the time think about burner inserters because I figured inserters freeze. So I went up on the main base here on Aquilo, and I put down a burner inserter, and the burner inserters do not freeze if they're not next to a heat pipe. So that does work. However, I don't have a bot system to go all the way down here. My bots won't travel all the way down here. We're only up here. And this has gone cold. So I need to fix that, which means that I'm going to have to physically go down there and do it, because I can't drive down there, and I can't do it with the train with bots, so we're kind of stuck. I have to go do that. But that's okay, because we're headed to Aquilo with the big ship anyway, so that we can go out and explore the edge of the universe. But we have to go down here and fix these spots. So it's an excuse for us to go down there and take care of it. Other than that, everything else has been going relatively smoothly. I have been doing the gambling thing to make some better stuff. I've got some legendary items and stuff, and we'll take a look at where those went in a second. But I have been working on building a new ship. And the new ship, the big bus, is kind of based off of Sid. I took Sid as my basic starting point, and I expanded it a little bit. And one of the things that I did is I added a third belt around the side. If you'll remember, there were two belts. One carried the asteroids, one carried missiles on one side, and ammo on the other side. Why am I getting periodically missiles in with my guns, or with my where are they coming from? Somewhere I'm getting missiles in my magazines. And I'm getting peanut butter in my chocolate and chocolate in my peanut butter, and I don't like that. We're going to go through and take these off the belt, and then we're going to take a look at the big bus and see what the big bus does. But I'm not understanding why I've got missiles on here. I should not have missiles on here. There's nothing that I can see where they're bumping into one another, and it's kind of random where they were. Maybe it's from when I was building it and there just happened to be remnants on the belt. Maybe that's all that is. Alright, well, now that we've got them off, let's go ahead and put those belts back. Oh, there's one there that we missed apparently. And reconnect all of these belts, because we don't want these belts disconnected. That would be bad. There's another missile there. That is so weird as to why they are there. Anyway, that looks like we've reconnected the belt, right? I think I've replaced all the pieces, parts of the belt that I took up. So let's take a look at the big bus. So we've got, instead of having one belt for each of these, I now have, or one belt that carries both of them, I now have one belt for each. That's going to give me a lot more magazines and a lot more rockets that are pre-made and quote-unquote in storage. There's no way to do chests and stuff up here, so the belt is a way to do storage. So I've taken the rear end of this, and it's the same basic rear end. I've had to expand it out a little bit just to make this extra belt. So this is the same. Down the center here, though, I have taken out every other belt, or every other, cargo bay. And that has given me access to the main space hub. And I've got inserters coming out, and they're coming down to the belt. And I am running these out to the belts so that I have a supply coming out of the hub. So I can add extras into the hub, and we have done that. So I'm carrying extra missiles, and I'm carrying extra magazines within the hub itself. I'm also carrying explosives, because if you'll remember, we set this up to be able to make its own rockets. I was hoping to get some legendary crushers before we left, but unfortunately I only got one, so we're going to name this one Wesley, and that is going to make our magazines. I've got legendary assemblers, and they are now got a speed of what? Let's see. 6.875 between the modules and the beefed up assemblers. 6.875. I think we can live with that. I didn't put any beacons or anything like that. Now, last episode we did get fusion, but I did not retrofit fusion onto here. The regular reactor seems to work just fine. The other thing I did do is I installed railguns, and you'll notice there's not a belt for the railgun ammo, but I am coming out of the hub, and I kind of snaked it up here spaghetti wise and up here, and I can confirm that the railguns and the turrets will pass ammo from railgun to railgun if you put an inserter, because I started to design it that way and then I changed it. Initially I had put railguns sticking out the sides, but I found that they were wasting a lot of ammo on asteroids that we did not need to kill. The other thing is that I had them inset too far initially, and they just barely clipped the corner of this one, and when they fired, they destroyed these two railguns. So it left me kind of in a lurch, because it killed my insertion across them and everything else. It was a problem. So what I settled on was I've got the 4 railguns across the front, and be warned, anything that is in front of these railguns will get shot and destroyed when the railguns fire. Alright, so be aware of that. I put in another decider combinator, and I have it monitoring the belt just like the other ones, so that it sets up a filter so that we can collect the asteroids, the Promethium asteroids, when we get that far. Now that, because I did not want them on the belt with the other ones to take up room, and I wanted to be able to grab as many of them as I can, was another thing that I snaked into my hub. And I found a way to get around stuff and put a splitter in here So we're going to insert the Promethium asteroids into the hub and kind of try and get as many of those as we can when we get to that point. Other than that, this is really almost the same as SID. The only real exception being I've got the extra belt. I took out some of the cargo bays, but everything else is pretty similar. So we're going to see if it works. I don't know if it works. I've flown it a little bit just to test it, and I have let these fire at like the mediums and stuff to test them to make sure the guns are firing in the right directions and things like that. And I'm hoping this thing makes it there. I don't know, but what we're going to do is I'm going to come up here and get on the ship. We're going to ride this out to Aquilo. I'm going to get off at Aquilo so that I can fix the inserter issues. And we're going to send this puppy out to the edge of space, and we'll see how it does. So let's give that a shot. Let's go back on down here, and let's get on the rocket and travel to the space platform. Oh, we got... How in the world did I end up with... I don't know. Weird. Oh, you know what? No, it just gave them to me. That's strange. All right. So now, let's travel up to the space platform. So you'll notice that a lot of our stuff is now legendary, although we still have some epic, because I got tired of waiting on it to build the epic and just sitting there and letting it run and run and run. So we've got some legendary stuff stuffed in with the epic, and but everything mostly is upgraded. I did not upgrade the turrets. I didn't see any reason to upgrade the turrets. All that does, I believe, is increase their range, and I saw no reason to do that. So let's look at what we've got this set up for. All of the projectile turrets are set up for the small metallic asteroids. Why has it got a big one there? It should not have a big one. I want them for the mediums. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So let's go ahead and go through and correct these. Medium, medium, medium. Medium, medium, medium. Medium. Right? Medium, medium, medium. Okay, so copy, paste, 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 paste. Paste, 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 paste. Alright, so now they should all be set up for the smalls and the mediums. That's all I want the projectile turrets to shoot at, because they're useless on the big ones anyway. So then the rocket turrets are set up to just the big ones. So they're just going to shoot at the big ones. And then the railguns are just going to shoot at the huge ones. Alright? There's no sense having them shoot at the big ones when the rockets will do just fine on those. So why waste the railgun ammo on anything but the huge ones? And then, of course, like I say, we've got our filtering set up. That's all connected, so the only signal it's getting right now is for the Promethium, because we got enough of everything else sitting on the belt. So I think we're ready to go. I'm not going to turn the reactor on yet. It is heated up, but I'm not going to turn it on until we get out to Aquilo. So let us go ahead and start our journey. And we're going to go from Novice to Folgora, and then Folgora to Aquila. While we're on our way, let's take a look at what we got hidden away in here. So, I've got my blueprint book that I need. I've got some solar panels that need to still be installed, apparently. So let's throw them in here. There. 1, 2. Not that it's going to make that much of a difference, and then it's going to put them in there. I got my blueprint book. I'm taking burner inserters with me rather than making them on the planet. So I've got 5K worth of explosives. I've got 6K, a little over 6K, worth of firearms magazines. I've got a little over 6K worth of explosive rockets. I've got almost 1,500 railgun ammo. You only ship that up at 5 at a time, so I got tired of waiting on it. I could have built facilities up here and I didn't. And then we've got uranium fuel cells. And that's all packed in here. And because of the legendary storage and the epic storage, we got a lot of storage spaces. So between the planets, this thing has no problems in the inner planets and getting to Aquila. It was, like I say, it was already based on the design for Sid, so getting to Aquila has not been a problem with Sid, so there's no reason for it to be a problem with the big boss. Now, having all that stuff in here does take up a lot of cargo space, but my thought process is that as we go along, it's going to use up a lot of that ammo and stuff and make cargo space for us by the time we get there. Okay, we're at Folgora. Now let's go ahead and turn our rocket on, our reactor on, and then go right on out to Aquila. So we're going to head out to Aquila. There's no need to stock up on anything. No need to stock up on fuel. We got plenty of reserve fuel. We got plenty of reserve water. So when we get to Aquila, I will drop my stuff down to the planet. I will drop down to the planet, and then we're going to send this puppy off. I'm kind of curious to see how many rockets it takes to get rid of the big ones now. So it still takes 3. We're getting close to only needing 2. I was hoping by doing the 1 research that we would be close to 2, but apparently we're not. That's okay. Yeah, it's still 3. I don't know that I'm going to do 64K worth of research though. Now, I think the distance, yeah, this is 30 kilometers, or 30,000 kilometers. This, on the other hand, is 100,000 kilometers. So we got 3 times as far, a little over 3 times as far to go when we get out there. So we'll see how it holds up on fuel. I hope it does all right. Of course, it can make its own fuel en route and stuff like that. So really the big thing is ammo. Well, I'll have to go back and look at the video since we looked at how much of each ammo was in there. And after we go out, I'll look at it again. And off camera, I will take a calculator and figure out how much we actually used. But so far, these are not moving hardly at all, which is a good sign. So it's keeping the belts full. Of course, again, this is only the route to Aquila, which is just big asteroids. We haven't gotten to the huge ones yet. It is cool watching the railguns fire though on the big ones. We'll see how it does on the huge ones. The big ones, if they're lined up just right, these guys will take out multiple big asteroids if they're like in a line. So that's kind of neat. Alright, we are just about at Aquila. There we are, we're at Aquila. Now, let me look at something real quick. What does it take? Oh, well, we can do it. Can we do it this way? Yeah, we can do it this way. What does it take to make a science? So it takes 25 promethium chunks to make 10 science, right? And it's going to take, because this is the only thing that it uses it for, is this research productivity. 1,200 for the first one, right? And if it makes 10, that means we need 120 times 25, right? So let's see. $120 times 25. We're going to need 3,000 promethium chunks. Does that seem right? 25 is going to give us 10. Yeah. So it's going to give it. So it's 120 times 25. Yeah. So we're going to need 3,000 promethium chunks to do the first science completely. All right. Let us send this stuff down. We're going to leave the repair packs so that it can auto repair. We're going to leave that one because they'll just stack up more of them. And we are going to drop to the planet. Then I'm going to wait. I'm not going to worry about the fact that we got to go put these down and what have you. We can put them down after the fact. I'm not going to die by sitting here. All right? So let's go back to the big bus and let us send it on its way. So fingers crossed, guys. This is for all the marbles. Because if this fail, well, we've still got Sid, so we can get back off of this planet. But if this fails, that's kind of sucky. So this is the coverage for the weapons. These are the railguns. So I don't think we need to look it back here too much. So I'm going to pull it forward so we can see what's going on up here. How we doing? Fuel is excellent. we just kind of sit back for the ride, I guess. I know you can go to the Factoriopedia. I believe that's where it'll show it. Yeah, maybe not. No, you know what? It's here. If we go here and we click on this, this will show us what distances we'll see for our peaks and valleys. So that's bigs. So let's look at huges. So it's about 70,000. About 70,000. That's going to be kind of the whole way. So yeah, so when we get out to this area, I guess is where we're going to really, well, and that's where we're going to start to see the big ones, is way out here at about 70K. But we'll probably see them prior to that too, sugar. Just not, that's where it gets the heaviest. Looking to see, oh, there went up. There went our railgun. So I decided that the ones that were shooting off to the side, they were just shooting stuff that's over here. We're not going to run into it anyway. So it seems to me that this kind of gives us a broad enough range that we don't have to worry about the ship getting hit. And you can apparently set railguns on an angle. They only have a cone of fire, so you can set them at a 45-degree angle so you can kind of spread out, but I decided not to. There's a huge one. That's a huge one. Let's see what it does here. Gone, man. Nice. So as long as we don't run out of ammo, and as long as we don't get huge swarms of them that we're going so fast that we can't take care of them, I'm thinking maybe we'll be okay. I hope. We'll see when we get out to that 80K mark where it's all the huge ones all of a sudden are a lot of them. I wish these guys would wait till there's two in a line and they were closer. That would be nice. Save some ammo. Wonder if there's a way that you could turn them on and off, so that you could let them get in closer. Then again, if we let them get in closer, then if it destroys it here and then these guys don't kill the bigger ones, that might be a problem. Maybe we do want to just go ahead and kill stuff way out there. How are we doing on stores? Looks like we're still doing pretty good. So I think we're going to be all right. Ah, there you go. That one got two of them at a time. We're almost a third of the way there. So far, we're, knock on wood, we're doing good. I don't want to jinx us, but you seem to be doing okay. No damage taken at all. and nothing's really getting super close. Even our ammo's not really running along a lot at a time. See, this is why I opted for the explosive rockets as opposed to just regular rockets. You'll see it'll do damage to the other one as well, as an area of effect. So in my mind, that's helpful. And for the cost of a little bit of extra explosives, I don't mind the cost. All right, almost halfway. Now, the way this is written up, it kind of leads me to believe that this is considered maybe the end of the game, because it says the end or rather the new beginning, build a space platform capable of surviving this far beyond the relative. So that may be the ending, and then this is just extra. So we may get a completed game thing there. I don't know. We'll see. All right, we are definitely halfway. Those railguns, man. I gotta take them down and try them on a demolisher. We gotta go find a big demolisher and try a railgun on a big demolisher. Because those are kind of nice. We already proved that the rockets don't do so well. We lost the Spidertron that way. There you go. What about a Spidertron with a railgun? How badass would that be? Somebody make a mod. Oh, nice. So it will do two of the huge ones at a time if you hit them. If you line them up just right. Nice. So we haven't seen any of those Prometheum asteroids yet. I guess maybe you've got to go all the way to the edge of space before you start to see those, or whatever that destroyed planet is. Alright, by the math, we're 2/3 of the way there. I don't like this drifting in from the sides thing. I hope we don't get that happening with the huge ones, because I'm not set up to protect from that. I figured that if we, based on what I've seen in the past with the other ones, as long as we're moving, we didn't need to worry about them coming in from the sides. I'm hoping that stays the case, because I'm seeing some that are getting diagonal drift. do not need to see something, have something come in and sneak in and hit us in the arse. Alright, this is where it's supposed to start to get really heavy. It's 73, so it's around the 80 mark. How are we doing? Oh yeah, we're doing fine with that. As long as, look, I'm hoping as long as we don't take any damage, we should be just fine. Doesn't look like we're going to run out of ammo. It's good that I layered 2 rows of rocket launchers from the looks of it, because they do get a little thick. On the plus side, because they're thick like that, they disperse out the damage. So sometimes you don't even have to fit to directly shoot one of the asteroids. Enough area of effect damage seems to be killing some of them. Wow, look, man, it has definitely gotten thick. So I wonder, since we're doing okay, I wonder if we keep going or we come back. If we get out there, I don't want to take too long to decide because I don't want to be sitting still, but I'm wondering if we just continue to go on and grab some of that Promethium stuff and take the risk of losing this thing, or whether we turn back, because it looks like we've not used half of our ammo, and that's kind of the dividing line is half of our ammo, because we need to make the return trip. And I figure what we took to get out there, it's going to take us to get back. So if we stick with around half, we should be able to get back okay. We're getting there, guys. We're close. This is awesome. No damage. Stop saying that. I'm going to jinx myself. Man, that's getting ugly. We're pretty darn close. Gonna have to make a decision here soon if we keep going. And I think we're gonna try and keep going. 3K out of 6. 5K, 3K out of 6. I think we're gonna keep going. I think we're gonna give it a try and keep going. We're almost there. Yes. Okay, so technically speaking, I guess we've quote-unquote beaten the game. You've beaten the game by dispatching an interstellar platform. You can continue to play at this level as long as you like. Although you have won, there's still a lot to accomplish. Factory must grow. Research infinite. Optimize production. Unlock more achievements. Awesome sauce. Let me take a quick screenshot. And do we do credits? Let's look at the credits. You know, for as much as Factorio is, it's really kind of not a very huge design team. These guys did a hell of a lot of work. You know, for what this game is and stuff, and for what I paid for it, and the amount of hours I've got invested in it, dude, I have so gotten my money's worth. So what do you think? I think we can. I think we keep going. I think we keep going, guys. Thank you for playing through. Now you can upload a snapshot of your game to the Factorio.com space map. It will contain this: maps of your planets, platforms, blah blah blah. Productions of your map seed. You can also choose. All right. So what do we call it? Gosh, I don't know. Board Bob. How about Board Bob was here? The current game will overwrite the previous one. I don't know. So long, and thanks for all the fish and all the fun. That works for me. So, upload. I hope it doesn't get us killed while we're doing it. Galaxy of Fame, huh? Uh-oh. Please tell me that was novice. Uploading current game will overwrite the previous one. Finish. Why are we... See, that's not right. We shouldn't get... That shouldn't happen while we're... That's not right. Damn it. I don't like that. Can we... Because that's not fair, because you can't do anything while it's doing the thing. I wonder if we can... If we go... Because here's the thing. Now we got damage that we shouldn't have because you can't do anything while it's doing the thing. That's not fair. Alright. Let's try something. And then we can always... I can always reload. Because I'm going to reload if it comes to it. Because that's not fair. We shouldn't be... We shouldn't get... It should pause and we should not get hit while we're uploading the saved stuff. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. I should have done a quick save when we got close, I guess. So word of advice, when you get close to the end, do a quick save. Because you're going to be hung up on that screen, and you're going to take damage. Because the problem is, where it took out, it's not going to be feeding any ammo anymore. Now I'm a little miffed. We'll see how this does. and then I'm gonna reload, because that's not fair. Of course, fair is a 4-letter F word. I realize that, but still. All right, so we got the first, but now we're going to take a bunch of damage because we can't shoot. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to reload the first trip to the solar system's edge, and I'm going to let it ride itself all the way out to where we were, and then we'll pick this up again. All right, so because I want to see how this thing actually does without the damage that we shouldn't have had. All right, so I'll see you guys in just a second. Okay, guys, so here we go. We're back just at the ending. We sort of already know what we want to do. And now, before we get hit by anything, let's go ahead and continue. Let's keep moving forward. So we got the reward for 10,000 just before we quit and saved. So we'll see if we start getting any Promethium or whatever I think it's Promethium, isn't it? See where we start getting that. If we get too far, we're turning around. We definitely, on our first time out, don't want to die. At least not legitimately die. How are we doing on supplies? Looks like we're okay. Oh, there's our first one. Promethium. Let's see if we can collect any of it. Yeah, there we go. We're grabbing some. I don't know how much we're grabbing, but we're grabbing some. What do you say we try going to 30, I think is the next reward, and then we turn around. I don't want to push my luck too much. How we doing on fuel? We're not doing too bad on fuel either. Scared me for a minute, but that's novice. We're okay. 21, 22. Like I say, first trip out, we hit 30. We're turning around, I think. I think it's 10, 30, and 100 kilometers or something like that for the rewards. I'm not going to look right now, obviously, but starting to get kind of dense. Alright, there we are, 30. I think the discretion is the better part of valor. So we are going to head back to Aquilo, which should take us back through the edge and what have you. Shattered planet to the solar system edge, and then the solar system edge to how come it's so far? Let's see where we are on the map. Wonder if it glitched. Let's do this. Let's stop. Solar system edge. I guess that's correct. I think one of the things we're going to do once we clear this is we're going to hit the save. Save game. Space Age. Save. That way, if something screws up, we at least have a way to sort of maybe get back. I don't know. How much did we end up in here? None. Why? Why is this blocked up? Oh. Well, that should be putting into there, shouldn't it? It's not. Apparently it's got something on the belt that it's wasn't putting it in. So we stopped picking up. Well, okay. Oh, I guess there must have been a couple of metallic ones or something. We are supposed to be going to the solar system edge, right? Why is this getting bigger, not smaller? Where are we on the map? It's almost like we're stuck or something. All right, let's say stop, add station, Aquilo. I don't know, it just doesn't feel right why this is counting up. Okay, here we go. I guess we made it to the edge, now we're headed back. It's just some kind of weird glitchy thing, I guess. I don't know. So now the question is, how much of that did we end up with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 10, 20, 30, 40... 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 110, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 105. Do we try going out there again and getting more? Or do we just leave it be because we got to go back through all of this? I think we're going to leave it be and just go back through all of this, guys, and get back to Aquila. I think that's a good enough accomplishment. Because, I mean, we still got a little ways to go to get back. We got 90,000 kilometers to go to get back. I wish you would stop showing me this. You make me nervous. Well, while this is playing through this, let me just say it has been an interesting series. For the first time playing through it and what have you, and I didn't know a whole lot. We made it through relatively unscathed. I imagine now the next playthrough for me is going to be a lot easier and a lot faster because I kind of already understand how some of the stuff works. I hope all of this wasn't too terribly boring for you guys or whatever. I mean, it must have been okay. You guys keep coming back and watching and commenting, and I really appreciate it. I just I just want to say thank you guys for sticking with it. I hope it was worth it to you guys, and it was definitely worth it to me. I appreciated having you guys here. I think generally speaking, though, since we made it, we know we can make it. The only real thing that this gives us is bonus research. That I'm going to consider this the end of it, the end of this series. I'm going to consider this the end of this playthrough. I may do a few more things with regards to the ship to modify some stuff and what have you to keep going out and getting more Promethium or whatever. But I do appreciate you guys sticking with it and sticking with me. And I'm not sure what the next one is going to be, what we're going to do on the next one. I think I'm probably going to take a break because it's going to be pretty close to the holiday season. And I know we all have a bunch to do, so I'll probably, it'll probably be after Christmas before I start anything new. If there's any suggestions you guys have as to what to do next, let me know. And we'll go from there. Like I say, when I started this, it's been a while since I've been doing the filming, and this is kind of just a dip my toes back into it kind of thing, and we'll see where it goes. But so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. If there's something you guys want to see, let me know, and we'll work on it. Otherwise, I will take a little bit of a break and figure out what I want to do next and go from there. But again, like I say, I appreciate you guys being here, and hope it was as much fun, or at least sort of as much fun as it was for me to do it. Get through this road of discovery. So it looks like we are almost halfway home. We get back, and I'm going to go fix those inserters and stuff, and that's going to be that. If there's any of these blueprints or anything like that you guys want copies of, like the ship or whatever, let me know, and I will get them over on the Factorio prints and get the links posted and what have you, so that you guys can check all of that out if you want or whatever. I'm more than happy to share it all with you guys. I believe at this point we actually beat Joe Mama to the end. He started a new job, from what I understand, so he hasn't been able to play and film as much. So we caught back up to him, and I think we got to the end before he did. So I encourage you guys to go check his stuff out and check his channel out. We've been kind of playing parallel games here for the last, I guess, what's it been? Almost a month, I guess, or something like that. I think a little over a month. I think this is like episode 51 or 52 or something. So, and I've been releasing them one a day. So definitely go over and check Joe's channel out if you haven't already. Like I say, I think I'm going to take a break for a few days, kind of regroup and figure out what I'm going to do with the holidays coming up and all of that. And got some other non-game related personal stuff going on right now. I had to take Mama to the vet this morning. She's okay. she's a Staffy Pit, and so she likes to shake her toys a lot. She's got a lot of these rope toys and things like that, and she shakes them and they kind of beat her around the head. She seems to like it well enough, but unfortunately it has damaged her ears. She's got hematomas on the tips of both ears that popped up yesterday. So I had to run her up to the vet this morning. I didn't know what it was and was kind of worried about her. And turns out it's okay. It's nothing major. She's on steroids, and she's not allowed to shake her head and do that thing, which that's going to be a difficult thing to deal with. But she's on Tirazepam for that and what have you, to keep her calm and keep her quiet. So it's just a matter of time, and it'll either heal or it won't. And if it won't, then we'll have to go in, and the vet will have to, do a surgery and probably dock her ears, just to take care of the damage or whatever. And, I mean, that's mostly cosmetic. It is what it is. I'd rather she be healthy and happy than look pretty. So we'll see where that goes. But again, like I say, I've got some things I need to take care of and whatnot, and that's one of them. Plus, it's winter. Here at the casa, I live in a pretty old house. It's like a 200-year-old farmhouse. So winters are always time that things need doing and things need kept on top of, more so than summer and stuff, because I don't have central heat. I have a wood stove and all of that stuff, so you gotta adjust for winter. So my life gets a little busy in some respects and a little bit hibernation in others. So we'll see where we go. But like I say, if you guys have any suggestions, just kind of let me know. We'll figure it out from there. I've never done a group game, so maybe that's something. I don't know if anybody would be interested in doing whatever it is, like a server game or something like that. Might be interesting to kind of, figure that one out or something. We'll see. Or maybe I'll do another 7 Days to Die one next. Who knows? Something like that. There's a few other games that I play. Maybe we'll do some Let's Plays with some of them. There's Shipbreaker is kind of interesting sometimes. It can get a little repetitive, but it's interesting to play. It's fun to watch me blow up. And I've got a few other games and what have you. I got, I don't know, probably a good 100 games on Steam. So maybe we'll do something there. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, well, it looks like we have made it all the way back to Aquilo, relatively unscathed. I have some repair work to do down there, and what have you, and then we can get back to Novice. Again, like I say, I appreciate you guys watching, and hope you guys stick around for more. And like I say, if there's any suggestions you guys have or whatever, or you want to tell me I'm ugly and my mom addresses me funny, by all means, go ahead. And I hope you guys have a good holiday season, and Santa is good to all of you guys. So you guys take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for being here.